Troyce Raven-Symoné Baxter acts again. Tiara is not going to marry Ken. Imagine if she marries his bitch ass and he ends up embarrassing her over and over again. I mean, he already embarrassed her ass twice. And then imagine bringing a child into this nonsense. Tiara's not going to marry this dude. She's not going to marry him. And eventually, when she makes her own channel, that's when you know the relationship is going to be done for good. Wait till Tiara makes her own channel and then she'll be done.
So much. Thank you, DK Gang, for supporting us up until now. And
some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
How to get my chicken sliders for this shit. Hi my loves, it's Destin Troyce and you're watching TROYCETV. So for today's video, I really wanted to get on here and speak about Tiara and Ken. So if you guys didn't know, a couple days ago, Tiara and Ken announced their breakup without actually announcing their breakup.
Appreciate you guys for riding on this journey again, and yeah, stay tuned, enjoy the content.
thank you guys so much. Thank you, DK Gang, for...
Now, we all know that couple channels are pretty much the cancer of YouTube. They've single-handedly destroyed and ruined this platform for the greater and the worst. And let's just say couples have pretty much become this giant meme. And it's really pathetic because couple channels seem to have the same blueprint. They get together after 3 months, they eventually create a channel, they come up with some corny nickname like Poo Poo and Caca Gang or Period Blood Squad or some shit like that. And then they'll even go as far as sometimes creating a corny ass intro. If they don't create a corny ass intro, they'll pop a kid out their coochie and then eventually become a family channel. They all have the same blueprint, and I personally believe that couple channels have kids for views. People love to put their business on the fucking internet, and that's pretty much what ruins relationships as a whole. If you don't have a solid bond with your significant other, that relationship is doomed to end because of social media. And a lot of times, it's pretty much monetizable to now put your relationship on the internet and get a ton of views, followers, and subscribers, and make people jealous and envy what you have in a relationship because other people are self-conscious that they can't get what you have. And throughout the past 5 years, we've seen so many couple channels demise. Lovely Mimi and her man recently broke up last year, and they had a horrible breakup.
Oh, me! You already made a big deal out of it, so why are you getting on my nerves again?
You getting on your own nerves. You about to blow
Leave me
your vessel.
alone!
I'm not about to blow no vessel. You are. You be faking. Stop faking for me, Holmes. I'm not the nigga.
Leave me alone!
Leave what alone?
Leave me alone!
I'm not messing with you.
You are still going on about it!
You keep going on about it.
What's that other couple's name? I don't know their fucking name. I don't watch their shit. They're boring as fuck. Carpet and Coochie, whatever the fuck their names are, we seen them have their issue. They have their debacle, which we all know that they got back together. And then there was Dick and Balls Nation. They've had several cheating scandals. And then we had Crispy and Cream, and we know how that worked out. And then, of course, we have couples like Tiara and Ken who are now broken up. Tiara and Ken were together for many years, and they pretty much profited off of the whole relationship goals trend. And that's how they were able to build a substantial brand. And it's really sad because they've been together since around 2014. And now, 7 years later, they're no longer together. And a big reason why they're not together is obviously because Ken is a cheating ass scumbag and Tiara doesn't know her worth. Tiara is incredibly insecure. There, I said it. She's very insecure and she needs to work on her self-esteem. And of course, none of us know her personally, but let me tell you why. Let's start with Tiara. Tiara obviously doesn't know her worth and has low self-esteem because despite her being incredibly pretty with makeup on, Tiara has this very negative habit of always defending Ken's behavior and acting like she doesn't see it when people call her out on her shit. Now, for the most part, one thing that really bothers me is when Ken got called out for cheating the first time, which if you guys didn't know, back in 2018, Ken got called out for cheating on Tiara on a woman by the name of Phoenicia, who claimed that she was creeping around with Ken. Ken was out here trying to fly her out, put her in hotel rooms, and so on and so forth every time Tiara would be out of town or hanging out with her family. This woman ended up going to T channels and trying to expose Ken, and she succeeded. They went through a lot of shit, and to make a long story short, they got dragged and even trended Twitter to the point where Ken and Tiara got on camera and addressed it back in 2018.
We were friends. It was all casual. She was a cool person. I'm not even going to say anything bad about her. She was a very cool person, and I never took her as a person that just tried to fabricate. I'm not even going to say anything bad about her. She was a very cool person, and I never took her as a person that just tried to fabricate.
Both were
we were friends. It was all casual. She was a cool person. I'm not even going to say anything bad about her. She was a very cool person, and I never took her as a person.
And it's unfortunate because Ken really did cheat on Tiara back in 2018. He was messaging some girl because he wanted friends. He was giving her advice about her baby daddy, her relationships, and how she can improve her life. And the messages went from DM to email to FaceTime. Tiara was doing the most. She was doing all the talking for Ken, trying to justify his behavior, trying to say, oh yeah, Ken just wanted friends. Ken just wanted friends. See, he perfect, we perfect, see? It's like, girl, you're so fucking pathetic that it's kind of sad. You sat up here to make excuses for a man who could easily talk for himself. He's grown as hell. He's older than you, and he can easily defend himself when he got caught up in some bullshit and he embarrassed y'all.
Where I was mistaken, right? So me knowing Dier, I knew she would get mad with this kind of conversation, right? That was my mistake from hiding it from Dier. So either way, in me trying to hide it from Dier, this is how it transitioned to the email. There was only friendship, period. Never nothing past that. No physical contact.
So we need to address that. Never kissed the girl.
Nothing.
Never had sex with the girl. It was nothing physical. It was none of that. It was just talking.
There was just conversation. Friendly conversation.
But of course, Dier defended him. Dier made it seem like he was the victim in some way, somehow. Dier found some way to make it seem like they were still perfect, and it was the girl's fault for why Ken wanted to give out his personal phone number and bring this girl to their apartment, allegedly, and be friends with her. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So obviously the dude cheated on her. Not only that, when they tried to do damage control, the woman's mother, Ken's little side chick, her mother came forth and said, first of all, that entire relationship is fake as fuck. That girl's controlling. She stalks him and she's terrible.
He didn't know who he was until he said he told her who he was and how unhappy he was with that girl and that she's and controlling and that he's just doing it for the money. One of my stipulations, his ass gonna tell the fucking truth. He's sitting up there looking like a fucking idiot, like he's just so dumb and she's doing all that. And this is fake, and this is here, and you can tell this fake. No, go ahead, a lot of these dumbass people that follow behind you. Ain't nothing fake about them emails.
When you look through it, the emails are fake. We're gonna do a whole screen recording so y'all can see how they're fake. Like, she changed the dates, she changed the times, and she changed the subjects, and she changed all of that.
About them emails, he was one pursuing her. How you gonna make try? And then you said that you was comfortable with yourself. You feel like you're a real woman. You're able to sit up here knowing that your man is cheating, and you feel so comfortable to sit up here and say that those are fake emails, knowing that they're real.
Like I said, I made the mistake of befriending a person behind Dier's back and hiding it the way I did to make it look like more than what it was.
Because either way, I would have.
Either way, Dier was going to get mad, so I tried to avoid that.
Right.
So
confrontation.
That was my mistake.
So this is the receipts that she got. And people up there like she's trying to destroy their relationship. She ain't got no relationship. Only fake and unhappy. They just ain't there for some money. They're just doing this shit for these young kids to like them for money. They're not happy.
And of course, fast forward 3 to 4 years later, she ended up being right.
This is life. Hey, rubbing on her ass. Oh, Key.
Motherfucking anything. It don't.
She just called me a bitch.
I really doubt that, but
what?
I like the confidence.
All right, you know what?
When she come here?
In the fucking May.
She be here in 2 weeks.
In the fucking May. Don't fucking get here and pretend like you don't know what the fuck you talking about right now. So just wait till you get here.
You're a little drunk, so I want you to remember this. Okay?
I'm gonna remember it. I'm gonna remember it.
Stream gonna remember it.
I'm gonna remember it. I'm streaming right now, so I can look this shit up. This shit is on camera. This shit's on camera.
Okay.
All right. You know what? You know what, Taylor? You know what? I'm gonna show your ass some shit. No, fuck that. You ain't show me nothing. Let me see. Let me see the penthouse. Give me a tour. Whoever owns the shit, give me a tour.
AK, what did you delete? Somebody commented some crazy shit?
Who? Yeah, Taylor, tell Taylor do me a model walk while she walking.
Where's Danny?
She already
still
walking.
in here?
Tell her to give me a motherfucking model walk while she walking.
Lele still in here?
She was right the entire time. Ken and Dier are full of shit. Their whole relationship was obviously a facade. In my personal opinion, I believe that they were probably under some contract. And that's why I always tell people, and I will always say this, if you're in a relationship and your man won't get a job, your man isn't shit, he doesn't help around the house, doesn't help with the kids, he cheated on you, and you low-key secretly resent him, that relationship is not going to last. Because if you're going to take his ass back, even though you know he ain't shit and y'all keep breaking up, you can't ever bring that shit up again. You can't ever bring up that one girl, that one text message, that one time you heard about him cheating on you, that one time he put his hands on you. You can't ever bring that shit up if you're going to get back with that individual. And many people always notice subtle cues in Dier and Ken's vlogs when she would always just throw shade at him, be a little shady, or make little jokes, or she would just act awkward.
Putting up with this for 6 years. Like, listen, you think I'm putting up this for 6 years for clout? For clout. This.
I mean, who wouldn't? Look at it.
After like an hour. After an hour. I've been sitting in the car, chilling, minding my business, and these two finally come strolling out. This is how we doing it. But they about to go grocery shopping. I'm not about to clean out this room. I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm just about to chill. But anyway.
I had to get a new battery. Ken is still cleaning out the refrigerator. We are about to go. I'm thinking that y'all gonna stay with Ken. That's what I'm thinking. What you think?
I mean, y'all gonna be out doing very eventful things. Why wouldn't
He don't want y'all to stay with him because he's gonna be on the game and that's all he's gonna be doing. Am I right?
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay.
There were even moments in their vlogs when De'Ara would go inside of the store and she would tell Ken to come with her, and Ken would say that, nah, he's fine, he's gonna chill. Now, funny enough is, De'Ara and Ken both create their own channels, and De'Ara is almost at 300k subscribers, which is insane when I think about it. And Ken is still not at 100,000 subscribers, which is a little bit shocking, but obviously the truth. De'Ara really was the mouthpiece of the relationship. Ken was just a little ugly duckling that looked good with a pretty girl. When you go back to watch their content, many fans also noticed that De'Ara really was the staple for the channel. She always has been, but she was the more frequent one in the YouTube videos. And I personally think that Ken probably checked out a relationship because he probably doesn't want to sit there and be fake and be all kissing and lovey-dovey in the vlogs, knowing damn well him and De'Ara are having issues. So in the span of my research, I noticed that in a lot of videos, De'Ara was always up front and center, doing the cooking, doing the driving, doing the vlogs, opening the vlogs, and basically holding the channel up. So 3 months ago, back in May, Ken was basically on someone's live stream, and he was doing the most, and he was allegedly on a phone with a woman who we all knew wasn't De'Ara. And he was saying things like she should be a model, she looked good, turn around for him real quick, just making a complete fool of himself and his fiance. Now, following that whole encounter, De'Ara later removed fiance out of her bio.
Take our shots?
Y'all take our shots?
Did y'all take your shots, Mari?
What?
Y'all take our shots?
Sharks.
Yeah, they ain't take no more shots.
We
You gotta
already-
ask. Huh?
We took them. We're about to go outside.
No, the fuck y'all ain't take no shots. I ain't see that shit. Take another before y'all go outside.
Here.
Tell her to give me a motherfucking model walk while she walking.
Lele's still in here.
And De'Ara and Ken didn't post for 3 months. Literally 3 months. You can go back to their channel and see that they didn't post all summer. Now, we see that De'Ara and Ken are breaking up. But if you look a little bit closer at De'Ara's channel, here's something a lot of people didn't notice. De'Ara been created her channel. De'Ara's channel has been created since June. 3 weeks after that situation of him going on live happened. Very interesting. And that's kind of unfortunate because literally back in January of 2021, De'Ara and Ken literally just bought 2 acres of land.
Come in and take it from us.
Cause we under contract.
Nobody.
And we already paid our earnest money, so it's basically ours.
We can
And we paying cash, so it's really we really gonna own it.
We gonna own it.
We gonna own it. We paying cash, like
Nah, no bank loan, nothing. We owning this. Like this small, like these little branches and these little small little twiggy trees.
The Walker estate will be sitting here.
All the way in the back.
Maybe 20.
Way back there.
Way back there.
So this is 2 acres.
So they're planning on building a massive home and everything. And here we are 7 months later, now they're breaking up. And interestingly enough, their lease was over last month in July.
It's a lot of numbers. So we plan to start building either June or August. So either a month before our lease is up or a month after. That's just, in that time frame is when we want to break ground.
And it's really pathetic, and it just goes to show that De'Ara doesn't know her own worth. Because if you're still going to be with a man who embarrasses you, maybe there's something internally wrong with you. You're 25 years old. It's time to stop making excuses for a grown-ass man who's still going to treat you like shit, when in reality, you're the one who keeps going back to him. And a wise person once told me, don't get mad when people walk all over you when you keep letting them walk all over you. You teach people how to treat you. And Ken obviously didn't have no respect for her. And that's why he felt the need to openly and in public grab someone's ass, go on live stream, asking some girl to twirl around, turn around, and show him how she looks. And of course, that's why he was going around seeking friends back in 2018. He doesn't respect De'Ara. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't respect De'Ara because maybe De'Ara has her own issues. Because I believe it takes 2 to ruin a relationship. Maybe do something De'Ara wasn't doing. I don't want to assume that De'Ara was perfect because we tend to always demonize the male and only uplift the female when it comes to relationships. We always say, oh yeah, men ain't shit, men are this, men are that. What about the woman? In many cases, the woman's either controlling, overbearing, they probably fight a lot, or she probably just doesn't like him or doesn't trust him, probably resents him in general for that first scandal. Now, of course, I did notice during the first cheating scandal when this woman, Nisha, when her mom came forth in her defense after De'Ara and Ken did their little exposed video, I noticed that she pointed out something very revealing 3 years ago. She pointed out how Nisha told her mom that Ken doesn't like being in a relationship because De'Ara's bossy and controlling and he's just doing it for the money. So for all we know, maybe Ken is the one that left her.
That boy, I listen to him tell my daughter that he's not happy, that girl is false. He just doing it for the money. You know, he just doing it for the money. He wanted to be with her. All kind of stuff.
De'Ara's going to be fine just on her own. Ken, on the other hand, no one gives a fuck. In the video, De'Ara made it very clear that she was going to be doing her own cooking videos, vlogs, fashion hauls, and makeup looks. which is respectable because people have been asking for that for a long time. Ken, on the other hand, he's talking about workout videos. Yeah, I'm be doing
Subscribe. My channel's name is Who Is Ken, and I'll be showcasing who I am daily through vlogs, different awareness projects, different wealth and fitness things, all of these type of things.
I don't fucking remember. No one cares. That's how you know I don't give a fuck, because no one cares. No one cares what Ken's gonna do. No one wants to keep up with Ken's workout videos. No one's gonna watch his little crusty little gaming videos, and no one's gonna watch his dumbass vlogs. No one cares what Ken is gonna do. Keeping up with Ken. No one cares. Do y'all care what Ken's doing? I know damn sure I don't. No one gives a fuck. De'Ara's channel's gonna do way better, and her channel's going to surpass his channel, obviously, because she really was the mouthpiece of the relationship. She was the mouthpiece of the entire brand. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, that's what you get for being fake, bitch. How interesting is it that now we're in August, De'Ara has had her channel since June, and their lease is over in July. How interesting is that De'Ara created her channel right before their lease is up?
I plan to start building either June or August, so either a month before our lease is up or a month after. That's just in that time frame.
And now it all makes sense why they kept pushing the wedding back. Now, mind you, they got engaged 4 months before the pandemic. So let's just say the pandemic definitely saved De'Ara's life. So no one really knows what they're going to do. No one knows if De'Ara's going to address it in the Q&A or they're ever going to tell the story. But all we know is this. De'Ara and Ken has made it very clear that they like to ignore stuff. They don't want people in their business. And I respect that. And it's unfortunate because De'Ara was very shady throughout that entire vlog and that entire video of her addressing things. It was so obvious that the energy just wasn't there. And luckily enough, they're not being dragged. Because we all know what happened with Dumbo and Krusty. You know, Chrissy is... whatever. What is Chrissy doing again? I don't fucking know. Damo is still trying to pursue music, and her music is trash.
You gotta do is ask me, never ever boring, cause you always keep me laughing. Let's fly to Dubai, baby, we can make it happen. I love what you...
Y'all were thinking it, I just said it. Carpet and Coochie are allegedly still together, and that motherfucker cheats on her like every other 5 months. The Ace family are full of shit, and they're gonna lose their house very, very soon. So you guys know that divorce rates have pretty much went up ever since the beginning of the pandemic. As we all know, De'Ara and Ken got engaged in Greece 3 to 4 months before the pandemic happened. Now, it's interesting because people say that the pandemic really tested a lot of relationships. So for those of y'all who are still in relationships despite the pandemic, congratulations to you, because it is not easy being stuck in a house with an individual who has their flaws and their demons that you also got to face right along with your own. If you feel like your partner switched up on you during the pandemic, they never switched up. They were always that way. You being away from each other, leaving the house, going to work, and being away from each other for a little bit made it easier. The fact that both of you guys are out of work, both of you guys are in quarantine together, that forces you guys to face each other's demons. And unfortunately, that showed you that you don't really deserve to be with an individual like that. So De'Ara and Ken pretty much got saved by the pandemic. A lot of us got saved by the pandemic. Because now a lot of you guys have learned about yourself, learned about what you don't want, what you do want, maybe finding other avenues of income. And a lot of you guys have pretty much discovered more things about yourself. So the pandemic was a blessing in disguise for many, especially De'Ara and Ken. It's unfortunate because it took this pandemic happening for them to be stuck together in the house all the time, no traveling, and them being stuck together to deal with each other's demons. And it's sad. Because Ken going on live stream embarrassing her, drunk as fuck, Ken grabbing that woman's ass. De'Ara knew all these things. She knew it, but she still stayed with this man. Just because somebody was the one for you at the moment, that doesn't mean they're the one for you for the rest of your life. Sometimes you have to go through a few assholes, or sometimes you got to go through a few pitfalls before you find the individual that you truly love for who they are. Ken is probably going to do what Chris does. He's probably going to post those clickbait vlogs saying, she left. Oh, the truth about our relationship. Moving into my new apartment. Meet my girlfriend. Like those stupid ass clickbait vlogs. De'Ara's probably going to do the same exact thing. But De'Ara and Ken handled that in a very classy way, and I'll give them that. Most people would have got on camera crying, making a fool of themselves, acting like this, acting like that.
Oh my God, this makes me so... This is so humiliating!
But let's be honest, they handled that pretty well. And that's a big reason why they didn't get that much backlash. Most people were very, of course, rooting for De'Ara, and of course they both got some form of backlash. But it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Thank God De'Ara and Ken don't have a baby. Because can you guys imagine if this went from relationship issues to baby mama drama? And I want everybody to learn something from De'Ara and Ken, and I hope everyone hears me when I say this. Stop putting your fucking relationship on the internet. It is no one's business but yourself who you're fucking, who you're married to, or who you're dating. People are evil, malicious, nasty, and nosy, so don't give them an opportunity to have an opinion. If your relationship isn't solid, it really shouldn't be on the internet, even if you think it's solid. That's all I'm going to say. Relationships are meant to be sacred spaces. They're not meant to be exploited and used as a vessel for fake pranks and for monetization. Because this could have went either ways. Had they had a kid, this would have ended up just like LaToya Forever and her man. And we all know how that's working out now.
Who the trigger points, they know. Facts.
All right. But what they do know is you're not affectionate. In all the vlogs, you don't show me love, right? And the only time you ever want to romance me is when the children are involved. When's the last time you romanced me?
But that's enough for this video. People should like, comment, and subscribe. Give your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this video. And yeah, that's that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys share my podcast everywhere. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram. 5-second rule. And yeah, that's that. Troyce out this bitch.
Drumming my pain with this finger, singing my life with his words, healing me softly with his song, healing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his word, killing me softly with his word. La 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 la. Oh, la. Strumming my pain with his finger, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his words, telling my whole life with his word, killing me softly with his words. Thank you. That's all you get for free.